Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. And in this video, we're talking about the GM survey that was put out the other day. Every single year, all the GMs in the NBA come together and they do this survey. And it's really just predictions for the upcoming season, who's going to win the title, who's going to win certain awards like MVP, Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, All NBA, first team, second team, things like that. And I think it's really interesting because it's coming from the GM's perspective. Their role is to build a championship team, and ESPN put out their top 100 NBA players going into the upcoming season, and really like people only cared about like the top 25, the top 10. And looking at the top 10, there's really only 9 or 10 superstars across 9 teams because the Lakers have two, right? And so their job is it's highlighted during the offseason and also right before the trade line, to make sure that their team, the team that they're building, has the right pieces, going from the franchise player to the role players to the second star player or the third star player to the coaching staff. All of that, that's all under the GM. And so the good ones put all the right pieces together for the coach to coach them and the players to play to their strengths. And so we're going to take a look at this survey. My prediction of what we're going to see is the Lakers are going to sweep a lot of this, just because they won the championship. They have two of the best players in the league, and they had like an incredible offseason. And so they really put themselves in a greater position, or a great position, to push for a repeat. And looking at Giannis and Luca in the thumbnail here, Luca's popularity has grown like, um, exponentially in the last year. And then Giannis, of course, he just signed a major deal, and so with him being a back-to-back MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, things like that, he's just going to continue dominating the regular season, really. So, anyways, let's take a look at this. Um, so predictions: which team will win the 2021 NBA Finals? 81% of the GMs say the Los Angeles Lakers, for the reasons I stated, and then the Clippers come in second with 11%. That is a huge, huge difference. 81 and 11. I'm curious what last year's was, but that just lets you know how strong the Lakers look right now. I mean, they're stacked. Also receiving votes: Brooklyn Nets, Miami Heat. Last year, oh, look at that. Last year, Clippers 46%. So they went from 46% to 11%. And then the Brooklyn Nets, they're also stacked. With everyone healthy, they have a good chance, to push for, or make a run in the playoffs, I'll say. So rank the top four teams in the Eastern Conference: Milwaukee, Brooklyn, Miami, Boston, Philadelphia, Toronto, Indiana. Yeah, I think these are. Let's see. Yeah, I think Miami's going to be a number one seed. Brooklyn, if everyone is healthy. Um, I know KD's looking really good right now, but I just think, we have to have some reservations going into the league about his health, and as well as Kyrie. Kyrie's also injury prone too, um, and so we kind of have to look at those things. Even though Brooklyn is a great team without those two guys, they're a large part of their championship run. Miami, they're a beast. I don't think they got that much better over the offseason, adding Avery Bradley, and losing some of their guys, in Jay Crowder and, the dude that could dunk a lot. Forgetting his name. He went to Portland. And then Boston. Yeah, I might switch Boston and Miami. And Philly, Philly, I think that's their floor. 5 seed is their floor. They could be a 3 seed, in my opinion. Toronto, yeah, they kind of went back a little bit, but they still got a pretty good core. I like OG Anunoby a lot, and some of their other guys on that squad. Let's see. Last year was Milwaukee, and they were right. Rank the top four teams in the Western Conference: Lakers, Clippers, Denver. I think outside, it has to be those three. In any list, I think it has to be those three. And then from there, Dallas, Portland, Utah, Golden State, Phoenix. I like this list a lot. That would probably be, yeah, I would say that would probably be my eight, which is like, you have teams that, like the Pelicans, not in this. You got Memphis, that's not in this. So it's gonna be an interesting like playing tournament for the seventh and eighth seed, but I think the top three are lock-ins. I think 4, 5, and 6 can be switched around depending on injuries and who you talk to. Last year, Clippers were picked to win the West. Let's see who will win the 2021 MVP. Giannis again. That's interesting. 32%. That tells me that people aren't confident he's going to win it the third time because history says the NBA they get like a voter fatigue. They don't like to vote the MVP a third time. It's only happened, I think, less than 5 other times in history, and that was all a long time ago. And so, runner up, Luca, and 21%. Yeah, he's in position to really make a huge jump from last year, from just building off of his amazing performance in the last few months of the season of last season. So he has a good shot. Anthony Davis, LeBron, Kevin Durant, and Jokic, Nikola Jokic. Um, so look at that. Last year, 52%, and then 32% this year. So if you're starting a franchise today and could sign any player in the NBA, who would it be? Giannis at number one at 43%, Luca at 43%. That's interesting. Yeah, I'd probably go. Oof, that's tough. I'd probably go Luca. Um, he's just a beast, man. That is when people say once in a generation talent, like that is Luca. Giannis could be questionable. You could raise some eyebrows, but I think if five people were in the room, I think all of them will say Luca is a once in a generational type player. Anthony Davis, yes. LeBron, for sure. Which player forces opposing coaches to make the most adjustments? Number one, James Harden at 32%. LeBron second at 29%. Steph Curry at 11%. Giannis at 7. Luca at 7. And then Jokic at 7. And James Harden, wow. James Harden, yeah, because he can. I mean, he's an elite 3 point shooter, and he makes the most free throws. So he's dangerous from the outside, and he's dangerous from the inside. And so if you try to load in the paint because he likes to drive a lot and force fouls, then he's just gonna sit outside and shoot threes. And if you try to guard him out in the three, he's just gonna take you inside the paint and draw a foul. So yeah, that makes the most sense. James Harden number one, and then of course LeBron James, man. The dude's just intelligent. He can do a lot. Most versatile. Steph Curry at number three. That's interesting. Um, and most times he's the smallest guy on the court, but his off-ball kind of elite ability to move around and put himself and other guys in the right position is just amazing. So next is which player is most likely to have a breakout season next year? Shea Gillis Alexander, SGA, Oklahoma City. I mean, he's the only guy on that team because Oklahoma City traded all of their guys. And I can't name another guy on the Thunder. I really can't. That's how much they like drastically changed that team. And so he's gonna have the greenest light. And so he would probably fall under. He's probably one of the favorites to win Most Improved Player of the Year. Um, Michael Porter Jr. Yeah, I mean, you can tell that he has a lot of improvement. Sorry, SGA 15%, Michael Porter Jr. 50%, and yeah, I would say Michael Porter Jr. definitely has. He's a likable player for sure. I think a lot of people like his where he's growing, and he likes the They like the situation. You know, um, when you have two, I'll say at least all stars. Some people will say Jokic is a superstar, which I would fall into that category. I think Jokic is a superstar. Jamal Murray is the one that some people will say he's an all star. Some people will say he's a superstar, but he's a guard. Jokic is a center, and then you have Michael Porter Jr. the forward. So he has space to improve on the floor and to get better. And and especially on the defensive side, I think he has the opportunity here with the other guy gone. I'm forgetting his name. Went to Detroit. Um, and then number three at 12%, De'Aaron Fox. Um, Devin Booker at 8%. I mean, everyone knows Devin Booker is like lethal. So I don't know how much better he can. I don't know how many like levels he can jump from where he's at. Zion, yeah, for sure, at 8%. All he has to do is just like be healthy during the season, and he's gonna have a breakout season. So next one is, who is the best point guard? We got Steph Curry at 30%. Yes, Steph Curry. I think he's just going to continue his iconic like run in these last 5 years, just being amazing. And Damian Lillard at 22%. He's also really, really lethal, and it's probably the best team Dame has had ever. I think so. I think Portland has one of the best benches in the league. I think, and and Dame is a superstar. Um, and so Luka Doncic, yeah, at 19%, Chris Paul at 15%, and LeBron at 11%, James Harden at 4. Wow, Steph Curry was like the heavy favorite last year, 90%. That's crazy. Some people don't think LeBron is a point guard. Um, he doesn't look like a point guard, but he plays like a point guard. So I think he's a point guard. Um, and his assist totals numbers back that up. Who is the best shooting guard in the NBA? At 68%, James Harden. At 11%, Bradley Beal. 11%, Luka Doncic. Jimmy Butler at 7. Devin Booker at 4. Wow, people. Wow, I would I would definitely put Devin Booker ahead of Jimmy Butler. That's just me though, but I think I agree with this list. James Harden for sure. He's the guy. I think if Clay was healthy, I think he would go right above. Oops. I think he would go right above Bradley Beal, because yeah, I just think Clay Thompson is that good of a player. Who is the best? Who is the best small forward? LeBron at 57%, Kawhi at 25%, Kevin Durant at 11. Man, that's like a slap to the face with Kevin Durant at 11. Last year, Kawhi was wow. Okay, last year Kawhi was 62%. So LeBron at 57 for sure. I mean, he's the best player in the league, according to ESPN, and just because he's the best player in the league, so he should be number one. Kawhi, I think, yeah, he for sure took a dip from last year because of the playoffs, the 3-1 blowout, or the blowing the 3-1 lead. Who is the best power forward in the NBA? Giannis for sure, 2-time MVP, um, has a good shot to win three. So for sure, LeBron can play power forward. You notice LeBron is on three of these. That's how versatile he is. Luka is on just two of these. Giannis, two. James Harden, two. And KD, two. So LeBron at 25%, Anthony Davis at 21%, Kevin Durant at 7. Giannis last year was 59, so he took a dip. I wonder, maybe because Kevin Durant stole some votes, and then LeBron just played so well, just winning the championship. Who's the best center in the league? Jokic at 50%, Anthony Davis at 43, Giannis at 7. Giannis is on 3 of these as well. He's just a big, versatile guy. Last year, Jokic was 48%. So Jokic has definitely gained momentum, being the best center. And the center position is really interesting because it changes the most. I have to think about this. I'm going to say I think it changes the most as the prototype for a center changes the most as the league changes. Because you look at like 2005, it was like Dwight Howard was the prototypical center, and then it went to like Boogie, um, And then there were some centers that were just like good for like a season, like a Rudy Gobert, maybe 2 seasons was like the guy. And then you had like Joel Embiid. And I mean, Joel Embiid's still really good, but Jokic just comes in and says, "Oh, I guess I'm the best now." And so a lot of great centers, all great for different reasons. And what we have next? Who's the best defensive player in the NBA? Giannis at 46%, Anthony Davis at 21, Kawhi 18, Rudy Gobert at 7. Let me see, Kawhi at 45. Wow, he dropped off like so much. I think he got exposed. I think that's what happened. He got exposed. Giannis though, Giannis is taking it for sure. I agree with that. Anthony Davis though, man, it's 21. That's kind of a slap in the face. But who's the best international player? Did they have? They always have this list. Giannis at 68 for sure. That's like no question. Luka, I would put Luka at like 40%, as that guy's really good. Nikola Jokic 40%. Last year Giannis was 79%. Cool. Off-season moves. Which team made the best overall moves? Is hands down the Lakers. Yeah. Lakers at 37%. Phoenix Suns at 22. I really liked Phoenix Suns moves. I really like their moves. CP3 to the Suns was like, that was the best situation for CP3. Having a guy that was similar to James Harden and Devin Booker, and then having a center going into his third year, kind of recreating his situation in when he was at the Clippers with Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan and DeAndre Ayton. So I think it was a perfect spot for him. And him being an aging point guard, he doesn't need to be the main guy. He can. It was just a great move. Oklahoma City Thunder at 15% because they have all of the draft picks. And so they're looking. The GM, he's looking for his franchise guy. He's like, we're a small league, or we're a small market team, and so we just need another Kevin Durant, and we're good. Atlanta Hawks, yeah, 7%, sure, because they got a bunch. I like their draft pick, and they got a bunch of guys around. I like Bogdan probably the most. I like Rondo. Rondo's cool coming off the bench. Um, Gallo, and so yeah, they got some guys that are gonna. Yeah, they have some starters: John Collins, um, and Trey Young, and Clint Capella, and then some guys off the bench. So yeah, they made some good moves. The Bucks at 7%, so they all tied at 4. Philly, Portland at 4. Last year was Clippers at 82 with Kawhi and PG. Which one player acquisition made the biggest impact? I want to guess this one. I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna say Montrezl Harrell. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Montrez. Chris Paul. Yeah, okay, sure. Chris Paul, 44%. Drew Holiday, 33%. Serge Ibaka, dang. Montrez was not even on this. One player acquisition. Okay. I guess, yeah, Chris Paul. Drew Holiday. Man, if it was like Drew Holiday and Bogdan, that would have been great. But Drew Holiday is really good. Serge Ibaka, 7%. Russell Westbrook. Okay. Kawhi at 67%. Which was the most underrated player acquisition? Serge Ibaka at 15%. Steven Adams at 11. I like Steven Adams. Robert Covington to Portland at 11%. Seth Curry, Philadelphia. I do not know why Seth Curry keeps on bouncing around. I would definitely. He's definitely like one of the best guys in the NBA off the bench. Is he a six man? I don't know. I think he can be given the right situation. But he's definitely, I would say, like first team off the bench. Let's see. Mike Conley last year going to Utah. What was the most surprising move? Obviously, okay, this is Trez for sure. No, it's not. Okay, Gordon Hayward to Charlotte. Okay, yeah. That's like for the wrong reasons. Gordon Hayward going to Charlotte, it was just like Gordon Hayward. The reason why it's not a great thing, or the most surprising, is because when he turned down, I think, a lot of money, the 33 or 30 something $1 million either player option. He turned it down in Boston, And then I think that was one element of the surprise. Um, and then Charlotte giving him a 5-year deal, I think, for $120 million. That's crazy because that's the type of deal that you give like a second option, maybe. Uh, and Gordon Hayward is a fourth option player. So um, I don't know. Yeah, that was definitely surprising. Here we go. John Wall, Russell West. Yeah, you got to put that same thing. 18%. It's pretty surprising. Jeremy Grant to Detroit. I don't know why it's surprising. People knew he was going to leave. Um, Montrez to the Lakers and Marcus Gasol leaving Toronto. Okay. Last year was Paul George. Yeah, for sure. Paul George. That was kind of like, what? Okay. Rookies and international. Who will win the 2021 Rookie of the Year? Ooh, I want to guess this too. I'm gonna say Lamelo. Lamelo is a safe pick. I like Okoro and I like Obi Toppin. We'll see here. Lamelo Ball at 39%. James Wiseman at 29%. Obi Toppin at 18%. Anthony Edwards. Really? Anthony Edwards? I mean, sure, because he's a number one draft pick, but he's not in a great situation. Zion. Oh, okay. So last year Zion was 68%. And he didn't win because he didn't play enough games. Which rookie will be the best player in 5 years? Ooh, that should be interesting. James Wiseman, 36%, number one. Melo at 25%. Anthony Edwards at 14%. Patrick Williams at 11. Isaac Okoro at 7. I'm really interested to see how Patrick Williams plays this year because he was a fourth pick. It's kind of a surprising pick. So it's like, Chicago, what did you see that the rest of the world didn't see? We'll see. Um, uh, oh wow, 5 years ago they had Carl Anthony Towns at 62%. Still a good player. I think he's a top 25 player. So I mean, they weren't way off. He wasn't a bust, I would say. So, which rookie was the biggest steal at where he was selected in the draft? I want to guess this one because during the draft, I couldn't believe Denny Avdia fell to 9 for the Wizards. I thought that was one of the biggest steals, but maybe there's somebody else. Maybe the Knicks getting Obi Toppin. Yeah, those are my guesses. Tyrese Halliburton. Yeah, I was also surprised about that. He went number 11, I think. Number 12, it says right there. Sacramento Kings at 43%. Sadiq Bey at 19 going to Detroit. I've heard of the dude, but I don't know. I didn't watch too much of him. Kyra Lewis, 13% going to New Orleans, 7%. Um, I said 13%. He was number 13 pick, 7%. Tyrese Maxey, 7% going 21 to Philly. Obi Toppin going 8 at 7%. Okay. Who did I say? I said Denny Avdia. And he didn't even make this list. So last year was Nikhil Alexander Walker. I feel like I've heard of him, but I don't know what team he plays for. Let's see. Coaches. Who's the best head coach in the NBA? I'm gonna say Eric Spoelstra. I think taking that team to the finals and then making adjustments during the finals. Going from uh, they went from like a Golden State kind of a play style to like LeBron James on Cleveland the second time sort of play style. I think from like games 2 and 3. So Eric Spoelstra, 46%. Nick Nurse, 18%. Greg Popovich still holding that title or trying to. Brad Stevens, I like Brad Stevens a lot. Greg Popovich was 55%. Which head coach is the best manager motivator of people? Huh. I don't know. Eric Spoelstra, okay, 32%. Greg Popovich at 21. Steve Kerr at 18%. Doc Rivers, yeah, Doc Rivers is known as a player's coach. 11%. Michael Malone, Denver, 7%. Someone said he looks like a sermon or something like that, or he looks like he's always giving a sermon. I thought that was funny. Let's see. Which head coach makes the best in-game adjustments? I mean, if I think it's Eric Spoelstra or Nick Nurse, or top two. Eric Spoelstra, 26%. Rick Carlisle, 19%. Nick Nurse, 15%. Brad Stevens, 15%. Greg Popovich, yeah, you don't want to go against, you don't want to see those guys in the playoffs, or you're in trouble, or it's just going to be tough. We'll say that. Which new or relocated head coach will make the biggest impact? Maybe Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers, maybe Steve Nash. What? Oh, which new and reload? Okay, 28%. We will see about that. I'm really interested to see um, how Steve Nash is going to pan out in Brooklyn. 28%. Doc Rivers, 24%. Tyronn Lue, 16%. Stan Van Gundy, 16%. Billy Donovan in Chicago at 8%. Tom Thibodeau in New York at 8%. Which is the best assistant coach in the NBA? Well, can't go to Ty Lue because he's not an assistant anymore. Mike D'Antoni. Oh, wow. Mike D'Antoni went to Brooklyn. Yeah. I mean, going from a head coach, that's probably the best. 18%. Chris Finch in Toronto. Man, Toronto just has all these assistant coaches just waiting to take the head coach position. Um, Darvin Ham in Milwaukee at 14%. Jason Kidd, Lakers. Charles Lee in Milwaukee, 7%. Wes Seld Jr., 7%. Which active player would make the best head coach someday? I think it's Rondo or Chris Paul. My vote is Rondo. Chris Paul, Phoenix, 36%. Rondo at 29%. Udonis Haslem, yeah, he's low key really really smart. That's why he's probably still on the Heat. Garrett Temple, really didn't. How long has Garrett Temple been in the league? I feel like, oh wow, I didn't know he was. I don't know. I mean, no one really kind of pays attention to Chicago unless you're in Chicago. Um, let's see, miscellaneous. Which team has the most promising young core? New Orleans. What other teams are really young? Charlotte's kind of young. Yeah, my vote's for New Orleans. New Orleans Pelicans, 41%. Memphis, yeah, Memphis has a lot of young guys, starting with John Morant, 22%. Atlanta Hawks, 11%. Yeah, they have a lot of young guys too. Boston Celtics, yeah, they've been together. Denver, yep. Denver at 11. Dallas Mavericks at 4. Which player is the best passer? Rondo, Chris Paul. Uh, I mean, if they put LaMelo on this list, that's like, ooh, I can see it, but we'll see. LeBron. Oh, I forgot about LeBron. See, I don't even. I guess I don't view him as a point guard. LeBron. Well, it doesn't have to be a point guard. LeBron at 46%. Jokic at 25. Yeah, yeah. Luca at 14. Dang, I don't. I guess I need to look at Luca's passing more. Yeah. Chris Paul for sure, 14%. Last year was LeBron at 57. Who is the toughest player in the NBA? This is interesting. Steven Adams. Oh yeah, man. People are afraid of Steven Adams. But he doesn't say much. It's just this physical presence. 32%. PJ Tucker. Yeah, like I hear more nice things about the guy than like actually like seeing him be like tough and stuff. 25%. But I'm not going against him. Jimmy Butler, 14. Yeah, Jimmy Butler is just tough. Marcus, yeah, he's tough. 14%. Last year with Steven Adams. That's so funny. Just like hearing that from GMs. I don't know, it's funny. Who is the most versatile player in the NBA? I kind of saw the first one. LeBron, 61% for sure. Giannis, 14. I mean, how versatile is he if he can't shoot? All I'm saying. Anthony Davis, 7%. Kawhi, 7%. Which player would you want taking a shot with the game on the line. That's like the clutch, right? Kyrie, um, Chris Paul, LeBron, but shot KD for sure. Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, Damian Lillard for sure. 32%. Steph Curry, yeah, 25%. KD at 18. Luca at 11. Yeah, Chris Paul. Bam, bam, bam. Last year was Steph Curry at 44%. Which is the biggest pandemic related challenge facing your team? Which is the biggest pandemic related? Maybe chemistry. Um, what is it called? When you don't really run too much. Conditioning, travel, protocol. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. 21% travel, staying healthy, 18%, compliance and responsibility, 7%. They don't trust their players. Lack of fans. But is that okay? Well, 7%. Lack of group interaction. So chemistry, mental health, sure. Unpredictability. Okay. And is that it? That's it. Wow. Okay. Yeah, overall I like this list. Toughest player, that was funny. Um the biggest change was around the Clippers. I think there was a lot of hype from last year to this year. And yeah, I'm really excited for this season. Um I my vote is for the Lakers to. I guess the Lakers didn't sweep all this, but they I think they have a good shot of repeating again. Clearly 86%, being the top seed. So, anyways, that is the GM survey, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.